The first pictures you see here are the stakes that the engineers have placed on the lot, locating the house and septic system as per setbacks on the property lines and frontage. We then move into where the excavation is done on the cellar hole. This is dug down to virgin soil to the elevation according to the engineers. The form contractors here are setting up the boards now for the footings. The footings are poured. They're 1 foot thick by 2 feet wide, and it's a continuous pour from the house through the garage and through the family room. A uniform pour, and there's no seams that separate the different parts of the house footings. And you see it drops down here to create the continuous pour. Now that everything has been checked, concrete is being poured into the footings boards, and trucks will be pouring in many different locations to maintain a continuous pour, which will be wet, no seams, and will all cure at the same time. You see the form contractors here are shoveling it and moving the concrete into position to make sure that it's at the exact elevation needed for the forms. That's the center beam will be poured also. That carries the lolly columns and your center carrying beam in the house. Concrete trucks are brought into all angles of this cellar hole. And you can see here as it cut into the footings is what they call keyway. And the foundation forms are placed where the keyway is, and the concrete from the walls will pour into the keyway, and it gives it a solid joint to it. Now that the footings have dried, they've been stripped, and the forms for the walls have been brought in and placed in the center of the foundation. They are now being set up to do the house, family room, and garage, so the concrete can be poured. As you see, the garage here is already set up. All the walls are in, and now they're checking for level and elevations that we set in that. You can see down inside of the walls, it's a 10-inch wide concrete wall. And here's the cement truck that start pouring with the center wall between the main house and the garage. They pour that one first because there's an elevation change in the concrete there. So that puts in the concrete, let it sit there for a little bit while they pour the rest. Prevents the concrete from flowing too much in one direction. Now the forms have been stripped. This is another day later, and they'll all be placed into their racks and then hoisted out. We let it sit like this for a day or two. We'll go around and we'll break off the pins that held those form boards together. Those pins will be snapped off, and then we can put on this. It's a foundation coating. It's asphalt membrane coating. It's painted on the whole foundation, and it's all the way around. It's to prevent moisture from coming through the soil into the basement. Now the foundation is being backfilled slowly. It's brought up about 4 feet. We bring it in slowly because the concrete really won't be completely cured for 30 days from the initial pouring. We try to keep it as level as absolutely possible for the framers so they can move around with ease, and it doesn't make any difficulties to them whatsoever, and the lumber can be brought very close to the foundation that way. As you'll see in a couple of pictures, you'll see you can get all the way around the foundation, including inside the garage. Now lumber shows up, it's just clear on Monday morning, and the framers will be right behind it. Framers come out, they lay out the sill, they square up the top of the foundation, the sill. This only is about a day later that they've already got their first deck on the main house, and the front wall and the back wall standing. And each day they progress a little bit further. Now they're getting ready to do the gable end in the family room, and they're also laying out at the far end the gable end between the garage and the main house. Because it's a walk-up third floor house. As the third floor is up, they've got the rafters up, building the dormers, and now one crew will be working on that roof while the other crew will be building the garage. As you see, the whole roof is all sheathed. The dormers are built. The large carrying beam in the garage up, and getting ready to build the roof second deck on the garage. 27, and the roofer came in, and it took them 2 days to do the roof. They came in with a large crew also, as we still have a lot more material to be removed out to bring it to the grade according to the plans, because that'll give positive runoff for melting snow and rains away from the house. Now the framers came back when the doors and windows were delivered. They installed those. The whole frame took approximately 10 days to complete, including the windows and the roof. While that was work, the siding is getting ready to be done. The rough plumbing will be installed. As you can see here, this is the downstairs half bath where the washing machine and dryer will be. The concrete floor guys will come in. They pour the concrete floor in the basement and the garage. 2 days later, the HVAC contractor comes in and sets the furnace and ductwork in the basement. The framers came back that same day also, and the siding is complete. Not all the shutters are on, but it's the whole front is looking pretty decent right now. More material has been moved out. We're getting the grade down to get prepared to install the septic system. This is the electric, telephone, and cable TV conduits, which will run from the street transformer pads all the way to the house. This here goes to the end of the family room. You see, we're bringing the grades down. Everything's backfilled, working to the back of the house. This just happens to be a picture from the 3rd floor dormers looking back through the rest of the subdivision.